Have a look at this, would you? This poor, confused, and half terrified young-looking young girl, no more than about 4, holding up a "I'm privileged" sign with an arrow pointed up to her, with a Black Lives Matter underneath, having no idea what she's doing and why she's doing it. She's gonna grow up depressed. She's gonna grow up thinking she's done all these things wrong just by her skin colour, not knowing what she's done wrong, possibly end up on a cocktail of psychotic drugs and antidepressants, and who knows, could end up dead by 17, 18, 23, whatever. This is what these parents are doing. This is utterly disgusting. This is child abuse. And as an extension of that, I want to talk about something that I have a bit of understanding of, because I'm in a minority group. I'm a cripple. I'm physically disabled. I've been in a wheelchair my whole life. I'm sick to death of this myth of equality. We want equality here, we want equality there. The left's buzzword, equality, 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 equality. I'm sick to death of hearing it. If I hear equality one more fucking time, I'm going to snap. Because there's one thing you need to know about society. There never has been equality. There never will be equality. Equality doesn't exist. There are people born in different countries, third world countries, such as Africa. And then some people are born in America and Australia, first world country. Is there equality there? No. Do you think there will ever be equality? No. Equality is a myth and will always be a myth. All the differences between a third world country and a first world country, all a first world country can and should provide is natural justice under the law and an opportunity, a ladder of opportunity to improve your station in life and your socio-economic station and your general well-being. You should be given the opportunity. But is there such a thing as equality? No. No. And should there be such a thing as equality in that sense? No. Because why should you bring someone down who's worked hard and got to the position that they've got to through hard work in order them, or punish them in order for them to be level with someone else? That is utterly, I'm going to say the word. That is utterly fucking retarded. Right? That is retarded. Right? And me being physically disabled, you might be surprised at me saying this, although if you know me you won't be. I hate the idea of quotas. One person on the train with me one time, I was talking about employment and everything else, and this was years ago, but this person said, "Oh, don't worry, you'll get a job because there are quotas for disabled people in certain sectors, and you'll get a job." I want to get a job because I'm a good enough person to get the job, not because of a fucking quota. That's why society is the way it is today. And that's why we're in such a flux of decadence and mediocrity, because of things like, oh, we have to have quotas for disabled people, and we have to have quotas for men, and we have to have quotas. In actual fact, it's nothing to do with... the left's motivation has nothing to do with equality either, because and nothing to do with that, nothing to do with just racism against white people either. The left hates success because, as you've noticed with what's been going on in America with that Harvard scandal where they stopped admitting Asians because of their, because they wanted to put other races in because the Asians were getting too many places because they're too good. Well, that's the way society should work. If you're good enough, you should get the position, and we should not be promoting apathy, decadence, destruction, and mediocrity. And that's what society's been doing, and that's why we're in the position we're in today. You should, with your daughter or your son growing up, you should be able to say to them, it doesn't matter what colour it is, what race you are, whatever you are. If you're good enough, you should you should be able to get to where you want to go, whether you're man, woman, zebra, whatever, right? And with the new parameters in society, with the victimhood pyramid and the quotas and everything like that, we're keeping the good people down. What's sad is we're giving them no encouragement to strive further, and we're promoting mediocrity, and this is why we're in the position we're in today. And I want to say is, whether you're black, white, or yellow, or whatever, saying that someone's privileged just because of their race is utterly ridiculous, because particularly in this day and age, and even if someone is born into a rich family, do you think that suits them half the time? Half of these rich kids don't know how to cope with the smallest thing in life, and they go on dying of drug overdoses, and they're pathetic, and they end up in jail. I mean, look at the Gotti children in particular; they're absolute morons. I mean, trust me, we grew up as a lower class family in commission houses. At one stage, we lived in 4 rent houses in 4 separate Christmases. I'm white, and regardless of my take my physical disability out of it, our family certainly was not privileged. So this being privileged because of race is a complete and utter oxymoron, and I'm sick to death of hearing about that, and I'm sick to death of hearing about equality, because equality just does not exist, should not exist, in terms of everyone being on the same level, because let's face it, we're just not. Different intelligence, different looks, different politics, different economic station. And that's what did make the world overall such an interesting place. Because imagine if you didn't have people around you that did not have the better economic stations or the better women or the better houses or whatever. You'd have nothing to strive for. And what sort of world would that be? Horrible. Absolutely, utterly horrible. But that's the world they want, isn't it? Anyway, I think I've made my point. That'll do. Thank you very much for listening.